Hi, I'm JoJo from KFP Racing, and I wanted to go over quick what KFP Racing is, how it started, and go from there. Basically, KFP isn't any of our initials or anything. KFP stands for Kung Fu Panda and then Racing. Back when I had my Firebird, it was white and black, and back then it was like the smallblockposse.com days, and we had a really good time racing, and we made jokes with each other, and it came up as like a joke. Because the car was, black and white, and to be a bear in the racing world is like, you're the most feared. So going back and forth with people, they basically said it was like a panda bear. So I said, well, if I'm gonna have a panda bear, I'm gonna have a panda bear that at least got 2 guns in his hand. So we, as a joke, I had a huge sticker made. I put it on the hood when I was supposed to race Brian Harris, and it was funny, it was a joke, and then it kind of stuck. The car was, black and white, it stuck. I'm heavy and slow, so it was like a really good, it was funny. Basically, the Firebird met its demise. It's actually coming up, May 5th, I believe it was. I crashed in Englishtown, and the car was... and the car was repairable, but it would have cost too much money. And I got a really good deal on this car from Andy Biddle, and basically took my stock block drivetrain, put it in a car that was good, and went racing, and had what I think is one of the baddest stock blocks for its time. People still don't go that fast with aftermarket blocks, and we were doing it with a stock 400 block. Got its start. We put a pump gas motor in it, small block, and I started street racing it. My parents are probably gonna be mad at that, but I feel like by now they know that I did those hood rat things. I did really good on the street with it. We hustled a lot of people. I made a lot of friends by hustling a lot of people and a lot of connections and stuff. It was a good time. The car went 10-0 on pump gas. Couldn't go 999. Went 10-0-0-0. Then started getting to the point where I wanted to put nitrous on it. Nova Joe, terrible influence. Put nitrous on the car. We did nothing to it. Motor converter, motor cam. Put nitrous on it. Went to the track. Started racing it. Raced it for a while, and then literally one night we pulled the motor, put a nitrous cam in it, put it back together. Didn't tell no one, and came out faster. Back then it was a lot less show and tell. It was definitely a lot secreter, stuff over the blankets over the motor. It was definitely changed from now, which I think is good and bad at the same time. But we did really well with the Firebird. We won a lot of races. The car was a complete hoopty. Was a complete hoopty. I bought it from Rick, who was no longer with us, so it definitely had sentimental value, and I know he was watching when I wrecked to make sure I didn't mess it up too bad, and I walked away. But when I got the Mustang, it was definitely a lot more competitive of a car. It went faster because it was lighter, it was better built car, had better suspension. My Firebird would not go straight. No matter what we did, it would go straight one pass, we'd go, and then it'd wheelie, it would go left, it'd go right, it was all over the track. But I feel like it made me a better driver, and you could never, maybe not comfortable in the seat, but it always made it like, all right, what's it gonna do? So switching to this was definitely what needed to happen, and I'd still have the Firebird today if I did not wreck it. I would never have gotten rid of it. It had to go the way it went for me to get a new car. All right, so a friend of mine had a roller for sale. Aria ended up buying the roller. But basically from there was KFP Racing went from me to now me and Aria, 2 people, and now its third person is Hemi. So basically that's how KFP Racing started. It started off as a joke years and years and years ago, probably got to be 8 or 9 years ago. It started off as like a joke.
Longer than that.
And then I ran with it, and that's KFP Racing. Modern day KFP Racing came about. Basically, we had two cars. Both of them were slow. We both grudge raced and had fun. This car, roller-wise, was a much better roll than Ari's SN95. Ari's SN95 was stock as stock, except for a bunch of bolt-on stuff from UPR. It was a good. It was a good piece, but it was at the same time, this was the competitive move to make, to be competitive in small block nitrous racing. It took me, I wanted to do this 2 years ago. Me and Russell wanted to do this 2 years ago. Ari was not, oh, no, my car, it's my car, it's how people know me, it's my car. I don't want people to think that I have a ride and this and that, and which I understand, but at the same time, we had to express to her that as long as we win, people can say whatever they want. And it's us funding our own car. You don't have someone, just giving you a bunch of stuff and saying, have at it. We fund our own cars. So it took a lot of convincing, and then we did it, and I think we had a pretty decent year last year. I mean, we went fast, we hurt parts. We didn't get any wins, but we definitely made it to almost every semi-final or final round in every no-clock race we entered.
Trip to the final round here for one of the two cars, Aria Conley, who has been running this car since our test sessions on Thursday morning. Has looked very stout. Lenny Buckler going to try to stop her and put himself into the final round here for no clock small block action here at CompCam Shakedown Nationals 17. Aria Conley looks strong again, but not strong enough. It's
basically, for this season, I want to get back to kind of like what we used to do at Aria's great car. We had no expectations. We went out there. We thought we could win a race. We raced it, and we won. We did not lose a race when we grudge raced Aria's car in 2018. Every grudge race we did smart, like we used to do years ago. It was smart, calculated. We knew what we had to do to win. We went, we showed up, we did it, and we won. We're gonna definitely try to go more back to that and go back to our roots per se and concentrate on ourselves and go to the racetrack, do what we gotta do, and put this thing in the winner's circle. We have a motor that is definitely going to be up front for a 15-degree headed motor. I think we're going to upset a lot of people. I think we're going to run up front, and I think we're going to have the car finally that when we come to the racetrack, people are going to see, goddamn, Ms. Hyde's here.